Step inside, seeker. Tonight we unravel a story written in wind and fury, a blade that cuts both ways. This is the tale of Sir Kaelan, the reckless challenger. And if you listen closely, you may just hear your own heartbeat pounding in his footsteps. His story is not just one of swords and speed, but of pride, truth, and the cost of never pausing long enough to see the road ahead. He was always the first to charge, the loudest to speak, the fastest to act. Sir Kaelan Vire, Knight of the High Order, steel on his hip, fire in his chest, and not a moment's patience in his bones. He had a gift, a sharp mind, and a sharper tongue, a hunger to prove himself right and heroic every time. But no one could ever slow him down, not even when they should have. He wore impatience like armor and pride like a crown. The night our tale begins, Kaelan stood in the castle courtyard, armor still dusted from his last battle, when he overheard a whisper not meant for him.
"They're hanging Lady Elowen at dawn. She knows something that could stop the war."
That name hit him like a blade to the gut. Lady Sarah Elowen, the woman he once loved and betrayed. She had pleaded with him not to act so rashly, not to trust the evidence blindly. And he hadn't listened. Now she was about to die. Without waiting, without warning, he mounted his horse and fled into the night. His blood ran hotter than his mind could follow. Knight of swords, pure speed, pure focus, pure danger. But speed can be blind, and a blade that flies too fast cannot be recalled. At the North Ridge, a gatekeeper tried to stop him.
"You don't have clearance. Wait!"
Kaelan didn't wait. One blow, one man down, one more mistake he wouldn't see until it was too late. Blood soaked his gauntlet. A bruise bloomed on his conscience, but he shoved it aside.
"There's no time to wait. She's running out of time."
He rode too hard. The horse collapsed beneath him, legs trembling, foaming at the mouth. Now he was on foot, soaked in rain, heart hammering like war drums. And the clock kept ticking. A flash of lightning revealed the broken stone bridge ahead. Cracked in half by the last storm, he didn't hesitate. He leapt across, barely grabbing the far edge with his bloodied hands.
"This is what it takes. If I fall saving her. This time, I won't fail her."
Hear that? That's the voice of a man who believes he's the solution, but has no idea he's become part of the problem. When we move too fast, we confuse our motion for meaning. He reached Valor as dawn's first light kissed the gallows. Lady Elowen stood tall, chains around her wrists, her eyes scanning the crowd. And then she saw him. Sir Kaelan Vire, soaked, bleeding, wild-eyed, tears mingling with rain. He shoved past guards, waved a royal seal he'd stolen in haste.
"Stop! She holds the key. She can stop the war. Listen to her."
Too late. The king was already there, and he was not impressed.
"Disgraced knight, you disobeyed orders. You assaulted my men. You forged my seal. Have you come to save her, or doom us all?"
And then, like a gust of wind breaking through fog, Lady Elowen spoke.
"He came to save me, but it was never about me. It was about proving he was still a hero. He thought rushing in would fix what he broke. But storms don't bring peace. They bring wreckage. The enemy isn't who you think it is. The envoy they captured? He wasn't a spy. He was a peacekeeper. He carried a treaty. I saw the seal myself before they burned the evidence. And if I die here, so does the last truth that could stop this bloodshed.
There it was. Truth calmly spoken held more power than the roar of any army. And for the first time in his life, Kalen stood still. No sword, no gallop. Just silence and shame, but also awakening. Because wisdom sometimes arrives wrapped in consequence.
I thought I was helping. I thought if I just moved fast enough.
Sometimes, Kalen, you have to stop moving to finally see what you're running from. You can't outrun your own shadow. Only face it.
You see, Seeker, the Knight of Swords is a force of nature, unstoppable, brilliant. But like a blade without a sheath, he cuts even what he means to protect. He is wind without direction, fury without focus. In this world, action is worshipped. We are taught that speed equals success, that motion means progress. But sometimes, slowing down takes more courage than charging forward. Stillness can be more powerful than speed. Silence can speak louder than shouts. Because not every battle is won with a sword. Some are won with surrender to truth, to patience, to listening, to the still voice inside you that says, wait, then tell me, when the moment comes, will you charge blindly into the storm? Or will you pause and face the wind with your eyes wide open?